Hi crafty friends, it's Mercedes Weber from mypaperparadise.com, and I wanted to talk to you about the Lily Impressions Designer Series paper that is in the Celebration catalog. So when you place a $50 order, you can get that paper for free. And you'll notice it does have a stamp set and a die set that matches it as well. And you'll find that on the previous pages. And the stamp set is another item you can get with a $50 order. And the dies are one of the things you can choose with a $100 order. But just in case you haven't earned all of those for free, I wanted to show you an alternate die set that you can use to get the same look. And this paper, if you can only pick one, I'm going to be biased here and say pick the paper because it's gorgeous. And I have a very large collection of papers, but so what you're going to do if you have the Good Morning Magnolia bundle is grab the dies from that, and inside there you'll find a few dies that will coordinate perfectly. So these are the dies, and I'm also going to use these little leaves because they're going to just accent this paper really well. So I went ahead and die cut the flowers, so that's the background piece, and you'll see one side has that print and one side is a solid, and I've used Whisper White to do the detailed part of that die. And I'm just going to quickly put them together. You don't have to worry about getting glue on the whole thing. Just add a couple little dots of glue and that's going to be enough to hold it together. And sometimes I actually lift the edges a bit just to give it more dimension, so it's not laying completely flat. But for this one, it's going to be perfect. Just a couple little dots there. I'm not going to use these other flowers on this card, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those. But I think I am going to use the leaves. So you'll notice the 2 leaf dies that are in the set. The outline doesn't line up perfectly with the leaf, and that's okay, because we are going to tuck that right behind and you're not going to notice. So this leaf is also cut from that paper, so it's the back side of one of the designs, and this is the green one. And we're just going to line it up as best we can. And you'll see the little stem is poking out there, but again, it's not going to matter because we're going to tuck that behind. So I went ahead and cut a couple more designs from the same paper pack. And also a piece of black cardstock. I've embossed this with a script embossing folder. And we're just going to start building our card. This piece is 3 by 3.5. I'm just going to layer that onto our black. And the next strip is 2 inches by 3 3/4 inches. So you can see, I mean, you can make so many cards with one package of this paper. And now I'm going to add some of the polka dot tulle ribbon, which is one of my favorites. I have a very large stash of this ribbon because I love it so much and I just don't want to run out. So it's just so cute and really goes with a lot of different styles of cards. So I'm just going to tie a little bow. And you do have to get used to working with it. It may take you a second to get the hang of it, but it's so worth it, so pretty. And you can just adjust it and, you know, play with it until the bow's the size that you want. So I'm just going to adjust this down. That looks good, so I'm going to trim that down. All right, get rid of that. And then I just have to slide it over a bit to have room for my flower and my sentiment. And I've already pre-stamped my sentiment and die cut that using the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And this is the stamp set Peaceful Moments. That's where those words are coming from. So I put dimensionals on there, and I'm just going to add it over on the left-hand side. Dimensionals on my flower. And I'll add that there. And then I'm going to tuck the leaves behind. I usually like to put everything together and kind of add the little finishing touches afterwards just to make sure they're placed perfectly. So I'm going to tuck that leaf in on that side and one more on the other side, and this card is going to be done. It's just going to need a base. And I'll be ready to mail out to a friend. So let me grab my white. I love the Whisper White thick cardstock for card bases. It's my favorite. It just makes for a really nice sturdy card. Perfect. I'm really loving the way that this card turned out. So I did want to show you one alternate project. So this one is using all 3 of those flowers that I cut before. And this one has a very different look. So I love how you can get very different looks with the same projects. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, you can like with a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.